Hi, do you want to get your team to be more creative in finding a solution for your customers? Do you want your team to think out of the box to serve your customers better? If yes, this video is for you. Hi, my name is Dixon, and today in this video I'm going to share with you 3 tips that you can use to get your team to be more creative in finding a solution to your customers. Now, why understanding this is important? Because better customers means repeat business, means more revenue to you. So if you're watching this video, chances are you are a managing director, you are a business owner, or you are a business leader who is leading your teams to serve your customers. So exactly what are the 3 tips that you can use to help your team to think out of the box, to be creative in serving your customers? Let's find out one by one. Tip number 1 is what I call empathize. Empathize. So what does that mean? That means you need to talk to your team and get them to empathize with the customer. So you ask your team this simple question. If you were the customer in this particular situation, what would you do? What would you need? So that's a simple and powerful question. If you were the customer in this situation, what would you do? So that is a powerful question. This is what I call the empathize. So for example, if you are running a restaurant, so if there are a pair of couple just came in with 2 babies sitting on a pram, just came in, they make some special requests, they request certain things. What would you do? What would your frontline staff do? Would they be creative and resourceful to make sure that the request by this couple met? So that is the concept of empathize. You put your team in the customer's shoe. So what's the second tip? The second tip is what I call empower. Empower. That means you have to give power to your team, to your frontline staff, so that they can make certain decisions on the spot without checking through the ranks, without checking through all the internal procedures. So you want to empower your team to make decisions on the spot so that they can respond to customer requests fast. So for example, in the same restaurant operation, let's say on your menu you have a drink called hot green tea, but on your drink menu there's no such thing called ice green tea. So let's say on a hot summer day, a customer come in, they request ice green tea. So what would your team respond? It's not on the menu. Would the team just say, sorry sir, sorry ma'am, we don't carry this on the menu? Or would your team be resourceful and creative enough to get the hot green tea, but also get some ice cube from the kitchen and then pour it together and then serve it as a ice green tea? Something for you to think about. Let's say you're not in the restaurant business, you are in the let's say in the insurance business, let's say general insurance business. How can you empower your team? Can you empower your team with certain general guidelines? So for example, if the insurance coverage is below $100,000, would you empower your teams, right, to make some decision on the spot to serve the customer? Or let's say in the insurance business, you can actually empower your team. If the insurance premium is below $50,000, can you empower your team to make certain decisions, to make certain customization for the customers? So that's the second tip, empower. Now, what's the third tip? The third tip is what I call equip. Equip. What does that mean? That means you need to equip your team with the mindset and also with the resources that they need to carry out a job in finding a solution to the customers. So in the example of the restaurant operation, you need to equip your team with the resources. So maybe the hot green tea glass, the iced green tea glass, and ice cube, the scoop to the ice cube, the stirrer, and so on and so forth. So you need to prepare all this physical equipment. In the case of insurance business, you also need to equip your team, with certain general guideline or certain template, so that whenever a customer make a special request out of the normal boundary, what should they do? So this is what I call the equip. So to recap, what are the 3 tips that you can use to get your team to be more creative in serving your customers? Number 1 is what I call empathize. Get your team to think from the customer perspective. Number 2, empower. Empower your team to make certain decisions if the scope of the decision making fall below certain threshold. And tip number 3, equip. Equip your team with the mindset and also with the resources to serve your customers better. So I hope this video sharing is something useful to you. And if you like this video, make sure that you click the subscribe or the follow button so that you can receive more related content from me. And make sure that you also share this video with your friends, colleagues, and particularly your direct team, your frontline team, so that they can find creative solution to the customer's requests. So once again, this is Dickson. Thanks for watching. Cheers.